Alright, welcome back to another day. We still have problems going on with the car.
Hey, your wheel's making noise.
Oh no. I'm gonna see if I can give you guys a one-handed pull.
Right where you are, right there, look how bad all that is. Damn.
So this car is kicking our ass right now. Every time we get super close to driving and getting on the road, something happens.
Looks like tomorrow morning I will be picking up some brand new LCAs.
So the top news for today is that the room is
What's up YouTube? It's your boy Lowpes and welcome back to another video. Today is a video filled with problems. We have problem after problem occurring in this vehicle today, and we're gonna start off with problem number one and work our way to the rest of them. So, and these are all unexpected issues that I didn't have before. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. Check it out. I've put on my rotas with, they're 15 by 8 plus 40. The front has EK9 brakes and it clears it without issue. So I put on the rears without thinking. And don't mind the spacer, we're just testing some things out. So after I put on the rears, I went to go test out, drive a little bit and see what was up, and then I couldn't drive. So as you guys can see, I scraped the shit out of the inner barrel of this wheel. I didn't even think about it. It didn't even cross my mind that that would hit. My whole thing was, can I clear the EK9 calipers? And it did. So I thought the rear would be going on without issue because I had GSR blades and they fit. These wheels are wider and they are hitting. So that's an issue that we got to figure out. We're going to try grinding just a bit down. We're not going to affect it too much, but trying to get that contact area kind of reduced. So there's that. What else is there, Alex? What else happened that unexpectedly happened to this car?
The fuel line cracked because it's rotted. Yay.
So we got the car running. We're all excited. We bring it out just to the driveway and then my fuel line cracked. So we have a fuel line leak. And since I'm gonna do the fuel lines, I might as well do the brake lines because it's underneath the car. So we ordered a kit for the brake line and the fuel lines. This budget build is not a budget. This is gonna be a brand new car before I know it. Holy, look at those glasses, bro. Hey. You know the girl that turns around and does the...
Yeah.
Go for it. So, we're gonna try grinding some of this. Alright, let's give it a shot. So it clears with a 5mm spacer, but without the spacer, it's still touching, as you can hear. Another issue, that broke. I was taking it out and it snapped. Luckily I have another one coming in. But the thing that's really worrisome is the gas leak. And the gas leak is literally underneath the subframe where it bends. And then I got a small coolant leak from this hose, so I gotta change this hose too. So, aside from those issues, the car is running, and it's running pretty good, even with that little bit of gas leak. And we figured out all the wiring and stuff. Oh, we couldn't get the fan going. Figured that out. Alex figured that out with the help of our good buddy Bobby Mota. And yeah, there's been one thing after another. We thought we were so close to finishing and driving it, which we drove it once. And then after that, it's just been ongoing issues, and I'm going crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Soon the Steelies are gonna go in the back for now. So if, in case we gotta roll it, I can put some Steelies on and it'll clear that. I think the wheel's too wide in the back. I did research and everyone said that these would fit, but I don't know why it's not fitting there. I know I have drum brakes. I don't know if that has to do with anything with the assembly and all that, but it's literally been issue after issue. Dang. All right, so I gotta go pick up some spacers. I think I'm gonna pick up a 4mm spacer, and that may do the job. And hopefully it does. I might pick up my valve cover too. We shall see what color we go with. So today is a bit of an adventure. Hope you guys are excited. God damn, this car is hot. God damn. Honestly, the color I'm going to go with is, I can't tell you guys yet, but you might know what it is. I'm gonna, for this car, I'm gonna play like tribute to a couple of my builds in the past. And CSX, because it's red, EP3 Type R, you might understand where I'm going with this. I put a toll or a tally up on the channel, on the community page. And you guys voted mainly for red. I thought about red, but I think it's just gonna be too much. So I'm going with the second most voted color you guys chose. So I think that's gonna be pretty cool. Hello, fellow tent jenner. How's it moving? Not bad. A video I was thinking of doing is, I think I was gonna do top 5 tips when building a car, or maybe top 5 things to do and not to do when building a car. I think it'll be very helpful because building a car for my first time, I learned a lot of helpful tips and tricks I'd like to use in the future when I do build another car or something again, right? It was my first time, so I learned a lot of things and I want to share those experiences with you guys. So if you guys are excited for that video, let me know. All right, big shout out to Rick and everyone here at Garage 16. Thanks so much for helping me out. I got everything I needed. We're gonna head back. I got 3mm spacers. They did not have 4. Wish me luck. I hope they fit. And we picked up the valve cover, so stay tuned for what color we chose. I'm gonna see if I can give you guys a one-handed hold. Hey bro, did you tell them what you bought? What'd you buy there, buddy?
Who, me?
Yeah, what purchases have you made lately? In the past 2 days? Which one should we start off with first?
So I bought an SUV,
What SUV did you buy?
an MDX.
Something, you know, Honda Acura at heart always.
Yep, bought an MDX
For what?
to tow
What are you towing?
my nice 16-foot boat.
Oh! Are we gonna have like a small boat? Like, it's not gonna be like a real series, but you might see some footage of us on the boat and maybe, you know, upgrading it for a few little things. Good job, but congrats there. People, comment down below. Congrats, Alex. Old man with the boat. I'm actually super excited for it. I'm super excited for the boat. Alex, what do you think of the valve color choice? You think it was worth it? It was the last one, mint condition. You think it's gonna look good in this bay?
Yep.
I think it's gonna pop, but some people, it's a very contrast color. But this plays homage to the EP3 Type R, and the red K plays to the CSX. So it's a little bit of all my builds here. And Frayed has a spark plug cover. I'm going to remove this hose because it's leaking. I still have hosing that can work. So this is actually pretty shitty hose that comes with this Mishimoto overflow tank. And yeah. Let's see if those spacers fit. We got the spacers, we can put it in. A little time has passed. I'm not gonna show you the valve cover just yet, but these are some universal 3mm spacers, so wish me luck.
Hey, don't worry about these Michael Jackson drums. He's gonna change those out.
What's a Michael Jackson drum? Those, say?
Yeah.
All right, so these are 3mm. Alex grinded the hell out of this down, safely, of course, right? And
This thing autofocuses or what?
it does.
Okay, Michael Jackson. Hey, your wheel's making noise.
I'm putting that.
Yeah, I don't care. Your wheel's making noise.
Is it? The fitment is super close. What we got to worry about is when we actually lower the car, if it's going to have any issues. So we're going to put the other side on, lower the car, and see if we're rubbing at all, because, you know, with gravity and the weight on the car, we may have, you know, different kind of angles and dimensions in the suspension. So let's try it out. Basically going to see if it's rubbing. And I'd like to bring it out to have a really good look at these wheels. Suspension isn't set up or anything like that, but give us an idea of how it looks, because I think it's going to look pretty good. no. Oh yeah, it's still rubbing. Oh yeah.
So the sad news for today is that the rim is
The rim still don't fit with all that modifying that we did. It's kind of heartbreaking. I might have to just put steelies on the back for now and run the rotors in the front just to like drive the car. Do you guys still want to see the valve cover color and what we chose? Let me show you. All right, Alex. We were defeated today.
Peace.
The car won the battle, but we will win the war. See you later, buddy. Thank you for your help again. And bang! There it is. We went with yellow, so that was the second highest voted one that you guys chose. I did not want red. I think it would be way too much red, but we can do a playoff on spoon. See you later. You guys are gonna lose tomorrow. We have a fishing tournament against him. See you later, buddy. You're gonna lose. So yeah, we went with spoon yellow. I think I'm gonna get some carbon Kevlar in the bay and stuff like that. I think it'll look really, really good. It's definitely gonna look like kind of like red and yellow really pop from each other and really contrast each other. But I think it'll look very good.
The next day.
All right, welcome back to another day. We still have problems going on with the car. Alex is wiring the fan switch one more time, and I think we got it this time. So let's see. I bought 5mm spacers for the wheels to see if they clear, because they still don't, even with grinding. I really think there's an issue with this wheel, because everyone that I know that runs 15x8 plus 40 does not have this issue. So something is up. All the suspension on the car is OEM. So I don't know. It's really, really odd. 5mm are absolute max that we can push it. So let's see if it'll work. We're gonna jack it up, check it out, and see. We have a gas leak, so I bought brand new dash 6 lines. So we're gonna have brand new stainless lines, and I got brand new brake lines too, so that's gonna be done today. Stay tuned and let's get it. All right, so I've put the 5mm spacer. Still looks like it's rubbing a bit. I think, like, it's very close. I think if I get camber arms and camber it out just a bit, because I think it's cambering in. If we camber it out this way, we'll have better fitment, but I don't know why 15x8 plus 40 is doing this. A part of me believes that it might be a misprint and this could be an 8.5. It's hard to measure perfectly because the tire is on, but it is definitely not an 8, because everyone that runs this has no issues, but we do. But with camber, aftermarket camber arms, we can probably camber it straight and, you know, not rub. Right now, it's barely rubbing. I think we may just be skimming it. But yeah, we're gonna jack the car up. I'm gonna do this on the other side. We're gonna jack the car up and start working on the lines underneath the car. We've tested the one side. I think it may work. I'm not 100% sure just yet. We actually have to drive it. But if I do get aftermarket camber arms, I can camber the wheels straight and we'll be 100% fine. Alex and I are going to start tackling the brake and fuel lines. The fuel line is leaking. We're deciding, the brakes have been fine, but we're gonna do the brakes just because we're underneath there. We're taking everything apart, so we might as well. There's a bit of rust on the fuel line and brake lines, so we're gonna do everything. Let's get to it. Once this is done, the wheels are fixed, we can go for a drive. I'm not sure if this is a decent sized job that we're attempting today. It may not be done exactly today, but it will be in this episode. If you look underneath the car here, under this plastic, this is where the lines all sit. Alex is already tackling a couple of the bolts, and hopefully none of them get too seized. And if they do, we can extract them with our extracting kit.
Okay,
But
I need an extracting kit.
that was pretty quick, and now we need the extracting kit. But yeah, this is what we'll be tackling. It's gonna be a little hard to record because we're both gonna be working on it, but we'll give you updates on what we're doing. So as you guys can see, everything is pretty corroded here. Alex and I removed the covers, as you can see on the floor here, and we definitely needed the bolt extractor, so I highly recommend purchasing one, especially if you live in a country with a lot of salt and stuff like us. But as you can see, super rusty, and it was definitely good. I decided to go with the brake lines as well, because they look like they're about to go at any second. Yeah, look at that right there, eh?
I think it's right where you are, right there. Look how bad all that is. Damn.
So this is the kit that we went with. It's from Valex Racing. I don't know, Alex, is this your company here, Valex? So that's what we went with. That's the fuel lines. These are the brake lines. He's just loosening them, and we're putting the fittings in, and then we're gonna run these guys from there underneath the car all the way back. We've put the fittings on this side. The lines are just sitting here so I don't leak any brake fluid. After we're gonna run them underneath, Alex right now is putting the fitting on this end over here, All we have left to remove is this big evap guy. We've got the evap and everything out. What we're gonna do is bolt everything from up top, like the feeder and all that type of stuff. And we're gonna go all the way down and start routing everything down into the bottom of the car. And we're just prepping the area right now. We've cleaned out all our tools and everything, and we're just getting everything ready so that we can run everything down and run everything cleanly. So we are removing all this over here. We removed the push pins and everything. We're trying to get to the fuel pump. You remove a couple push pins. You take the bolts that are exposed out on the rear bunks over here, and then we're going to take this rear bunk completely out, and then the seating, the actual row of seats where you actually sit on, will have some exposed bolts afterwards. So now we removed it and exposed the bolts that are keeping these seats held together. They're usually at the back where Alex is taking them out now. And then after that, these will just pop straight up and it will give us access to the fuel pump. Is it just the one?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, seems like it, eh? Wow, CSX had a few more. And then just the seat belt's got to come through like right there, as you see. And I'm just giving him a hand doing this. They are pretty wedged in, so the corners are wedged in. Go underneath, lift straight up, and it'll pop right out. This actually looks really, really clean for the year. The CSX was actually way more rustier, and it looked way worse than this 99 Civic. This actually makes me really happy to see it being that clean underneath. Another thing I'm probably going to end up doing, since I'm here already, I'm going to upgrade the fuel pump. So we removed the existing lines there. Alex is going to plug them in, and then he's going to run them underneath the car to me. Nice, bro. Good shit.
You're stressing me out.
Alright guys, this is probably going to be a pretty long video, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. A lot of updates are happening as we go. I'm going to go buy a fuel pump for tomorrow. It is all prepped, ready to go. We are done for today. We've worked on it for a couple hours. We'll be back at it. It's not going to be a different episode for you guys, but it will be another day for us. See you guys in the next clip, and we're going to be a lot cleaner and probably with more energy, right Alex?
Yeah, man.
Alright guys, see you in the next clip.
The next day.
And welcome back. This is the day after. I finally got the fuel pump. Big shout out to Garage 16 for that. I will be installing the fuel pump with Alex. We went with a Walbro fuel pump. It's 255 liters per hour, so it's way more than what we need, and I'm super excited to actually install it. It is something we'll definitely need, especially if we want to go more power, and since we're here, we might as well do it. So this is the new fuel pump. That is the old one. I believe the old ones, I can stand corrected, but I believe they're about 130 something liters per hour. I'm not exactly sure the exact number, and we'll be doubling it, and it should have no issues with fitment or anything. This should be a direct fit to all EKs, EM1s, and EGs. We have the new fuel pump in. The line that it came with is a universal line, so we did trim ours to the OEM spec. We just measured this one here, and we trimmed the new one to it. But it looks like it's all fitting, and let's hope it works. We'll prime the systems and see if it does work. Obviously, we still gotta run our brake lines and our fuel lines and everything. But it's getting there, and I really think we'll be able to do our first drive on the car today. We just finished putting everything back on. Alex is just doing that final clip. We're gonna leave this all exposed for now, just to make sure nothing is leaking. I highly recommend doing this way instead of, finding out you have a leak after you install back the seats and all that fun stuff. So fuel pump is done, and now we're gonna finish running the lines. And yeah, we are getting there. This is how we've routed the brake lines, and they are going over there. The feeder line with the K20 regulator line is right there. We had to use some of the existing hose because they're both female ends, and we used the male end, which is a small little part of the line there, the fuel line, and we put them together. And then we have this major line coming down like that, and everything looks pretty decently clean. I think the line's gonna be fine there. I don't think the car will have too much flex. We have upgraded motor mounts, but it's looking really, really good. So this car has entirely new brake lines all around now. It has all the new brake lines up in the front, has the lines going to the rear, and it has upgraded lines in the front also. This thing should stop like a beast. We will see, but I'm gonna give Alex a hand. We're just finishing routing the lines to the actual back and everything. So everything is going well, and I think we may start the car today. I haven't tackled the valve cover yet. I know that was part of the video earlier, but I think we're just gonna get focused on driving the car. Everything is routed underneath the car. It's probably hard to see. Everything aside from the one brake line that goes over here, and we're gonna basically do that and then bleed the lines again. We decided we might as well put the rear suspension on. And for all you guys that know these cars, this bolt right there is the hardest bolt to get out, and we somehow got it out. A little bit of lubricant and the torque gun. Woo! Woo! Hey Michael, you good? You good there, Michael Jackson? Yeah, so we finally got it out. We're gonna put the other suspension in. We've peeled this back to get to the top of the suspension. Super easy. And yeah, I'm excited to get the rear guys in. You good? So this car is kicking our ass right now. Every time we get super close to driving and getting on the road, something happens. The bolt broke inside the control arm with all the threads stuck in there halfway. Now we got to drill it out and find a bolt to replace it, which I don't know if we have one even. So I don't know if we're actually going to drive the car today, but this thing's been a pain in the ass. We were so close to when I decided, hey, let's do the suspension since all the wheels are off. We're going to bleed the brakes. And yeah, the dreaded EK rear suspension. A lot of you guys have the same issue with the bolt breaking, and we did too. The worst of the worst happened doing this. One side is done, we still have to do the other, and we still have to bleed the brakes. 2 bolts broke inside the LCAs, snapped in half completely. Alex has been tackling these and I feel bad for him. Had to go get bolts and everything, so luckily we've opened up where we live and I was able to walk in. If not, we would have been totally screwed because I would have to order it in and then it would have been it would have been very, very delayed. But the 2 rear suspensions is kicked our ass. They said it was gonna be bad and I was hoping it was gonna be bad because nothing else was bad on the car, but it was bad. All right, Alex. I think we've been defeated tonight. So the bolt broke in here and we were trying for a long time to get it through, and we didn't have the bits for it. And unfortunately we tried. Like I said, we got the one done underneath there. You kind of see it. But this one is absolutely shot. So looks like tomorrow morning I will be picking up some brand new LCAs. I kind of want to keep the car sleeperish, but if I'm gonna do LCAs, I'm gonna do some polished LCAs.
The next day.
All right guys, welcome back to another day. This is the morning after. I feel like this is the never-ending episode. This is like a 4-day project of issues that keeps on going. We've solved the LCA issue. I'll show you what we got. All right, so these are what we went with. I went with the K20 LCAs, and I decided to grab some K20 camber arms as well. This was a last-minute buy, like I said. The LCAs on here were completely shot. Thanks to Rick at Garage 16 for hooking it up. And yeah, I'm happy they had it in stock, or else we wouldn't be able to drive it. And I think after we're done this, we'll be able to drive it. I've always wanted LCAs on a car, especially polished ones. So it's gonna be nice and refreshing to see these guys on there. I know it takes away from the sleeper build. This car is not a budget build anymore. It got way out of hand. I got carried away just because I want to do things nice. I want to do it once and I want to do it right. And because I was doing work at certain places, like, you know, I might as well do this. I might as well do that. So I got carried away with the might as well. So this budget build is not a budget build no more. I'm telling you that. But is it a nice build? Yes. Will it be sleeper-ish? Yes, it'll have some sleeper tendencies. I'm not gonna go all out with the body or nothing crazy. It's gonna look decently stock with maybe some wheels and LCAs. A lot of people do LCAs with D series and stuff like that. So we'll see how it looks. I think it's gonna look really, really good underneath the car. I will get the other braces and everything afterwards, but for now, we just did the LCAs and the camber kits. Say goodbye and say hello. They are going to look so good. Then I'm gonna start taking the bolts off from the camber arms up here, and we'll start tackling it. So to take off the camber arm, it is those 2 bolts back there and this big one right here. And another bolt broke. We didn't even put that much pressure on it, and it broke. This car is gonna drive me to drink. Now we gotta figure out this bolt here. There she is. We grinded her out. The new one is going in now. Buddy, this rear suspension is kicking our ass, eh?
I'd rather do a motor swap.
The motor swap is easier than doing this rear suspension. Nothing got seized in the motor swap. And now we got to find a bolt because we had to grind this one off because it broke inside, as you can see. It broke inside, so we got to find a bolt.
I need you to help me.
Excuse me?
I need you to help me.
All right, guys, just came back. This one broke also. We'll get some new bolts. This suspension's absolute garbage, it's OEM stuff. I'm gonna help Alex, but it's coming together. All right, as you guys can see, the K20 control arms are in. I need to get that middle brace there. I didn't get it just yet, but I will get it. The camber arms are in. The brakes are bled. Now it's time to put the tires on, and hopefully with the new K20 camber arms, the wheels won't rub. So let's see. We've cambered the wheels out a bit. We still have to adjust all the suspension, but for now I'm just gonna let it settle. Everything's in, as you guys see. That is in also. That's how this side is looking. And we still have to just double check everything for leaks, fuel leaks, brake line leaks, and everything, but this is looking a lot cleaner with these lines here also. Doesn't look like brake fluid is leaking or gas, but we haven't, yeah, we gotta prime the systems, make sure the fuel pump is working, and organize the hell out of this interior and basically re-put everything back in. So now what we're doing is we're gonna prime the fuel pump, and we're just making sure that it's not leaking, and it's running through all the lines, and you can hear it. So far we see no leaks, no nothing. We're gonna start this up. I know it's a little dark, sorry guys. We're gonna start this up and see how she goes. So everything seems to be running okay. We've rinsed all the tires and everything because we had brake fluid everywhere. So we've rinsed the tires, we rinsed the bay. Alex is just putting back the original tune, but the car seems to be running absolutely fine with no fuel leaks at the moment or brake leaks. We'll be able to tell a little better in the future, but the side skirt is pretty much on. Suspension just needs to be adjusted, but I think the rears, we might just be okay. The car's ready and it's all prep. We're gonna take our first real drive without any issues, hopefully. Let's see how it is. So no exhaust is on yet.
Still needs adjusting, right? Like the tune and stuff.
Maybe even the TPS, eh?
Could be.
We still got to calibrate it. All right, so there it is. The car is running. Still needs a lot of adjusting. This has been a few days of hell, definitely. Big thanks to Mr. Alex. As always, without him, things like this wouldn't happen. Honestly, it makes life easier with two of us doing this type of stuff, but my God, this car has given us a lot of headaches recently. I think it was easier to swap the motor than it was dealing with all these problems. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This has been nuts. We basically solved all our issues, but we still have a few that we got to kind of tweak out, but the car is running. Yeah, a lot of it has to do with the tune, like I said. Throttle body's bigger, 70 mil, and we got a bigger manifold as well. Bigger everything, so we will see how it goes. Thank you so much for watching again. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Do it once, do it right. Peace out and later.